Hey everyone, it's Josh here. We're excited for N Festival coming up and we hope you are too at the Bend Motorsport Park. Before you do come down though, there's a few tips and tricks we can give you to make the experience and the days a little bit safer and more enjoyable. All right, so first things first, what do you need to bring? Well, if you haven't already registered, what are you doing? But follow the Facebook links to register for the event. Once you've done that, make sure you've got a valid driver's license first and foremost so you can join us for the track activities. You'll then need non-flammable, fully clothed, head to toe stuff to wear. And then once you've got that, you'll need an ADR approved helmet to use on track as well. So for some added creature comforts for the event, if you're bringing an easy up or a tent, also bring along some chairs as well to sit down, because even though we're sitting in the cars while driving, you're going to want to sit down when you're not in the car as well, believe me. Another thing to consider as well is that it's a long day, you're going to be out on the track. We're using lots of different configurations as well of the 7.7 kilometer venue. So you're going to want to stay hydrated, you're going to want to stay nourished as well. So bananas, stuff like that. I know that the Bend has an OTR up the road where you can stock up on all that sort of stuff and it's not too far away. So make sure you got plenty of that. I know I certainly will be as well for everything we'll be doing. So with your car, in respect to that, there's a few things you want to do before you come to the event. If you do have time, it'd be great to get the car serviced before you go to the event with your Hyundai dealer. If you can't do that, it is imperative you check all the fluids in the car, so oil, water, make sure it's all topped up. Even your actual washer fluid, make sure you've got that so that the bugs you have on the windscreen, you can clear them. Also as well, your tires, you want to make sure you've got enough tread. And that's not just looking on the outside of it, you want to actually turn the wheel, look to the inside tread face and see how much rubber you have left on the tires. And also, do it once you get to the event too. You don't want to make sure, or you want to make sure rather, that you haven't picked up any stones or anything like that or screws in your tires when you get to the venue. So once you've got there, checking air pressure in your car, so check the tire pressures and also just double check all those fluids again and that'll put you in best stead for the event. Also, I think it goes without saying, but make sure your car's full of fuel. The straight at the Bend I think is 1.1 kilometers long. So you'll be using quite a bit of fuel there, so make sure it's fueled up. If it's not, there's an OTR up the road, over the road, whatever it actually stands for, where you can get that on site. So if you're bringing an extra set of wheels and tires, great idea. However, you're going to need to bring a few things with you. You're going to need a jack first and foremost, and also some jack stands so the car doesn't fall on you and you can't do the event. That'd be a bummer. So bring that, bring a little toolkit as well to change the tires as well, actually getting them on and off, and just general bits and pieces as well. Can't go wrong with cable ties too. They always seem to fix everything, and a bit of race tape. If you don't have any of that and you refuse to bring it, that's okay. I understand, believe me. We do have our N techs on site, so we've got not only Hyundai Australia techs, but we'll have TCR team techs there as well. So the venue itself, it's an amazing facility. Even in the hotel lobby, there's supercars all around you. It's incredible from the moment you get in. The circuit, however, it's an immense challenge. So the first thing you've got is you've got a 1.1K straight to greet you when you walk out there. We're going to be using 3 configurations during N Festival. We're going to be using the east and west circuits, so splitting the venue into 2. And then we're going to be using the full 7.7 kilometer configuration at the end of the day. Now, the actual circuit itself is a very smooth surface, so it's very Bathurst-like, where it actually takes a little bit of time to get heat into the tires. So really build up to it. Don't go out there and smash it straight away, because you've got couple of really long straights to start your lap and then some really tricky corners in the middle of it. So if you don't have tire temperature by the time you get there, it's going to be a bit of a hairy moment in some infield places. So just build up to it. You've got a massive day ahead of you, so there's going to be plenty of laps to figure out the place, because just figuring out where to go can be a challenge at the Bend. So to make life easier, when we are at the Bend, if you've got the latest software in your car, you'll actually have the track maps of all 3 different configurations in your dash in your i30 or i20N. So that's going to make things a little bit easier to either time yourself, not that we should be timing every session, but you'll be able to see what you're doing around the circuit. And actually, sounds silly, but you'll actually see what corner's coming up next, particularly when you're learning the circuit. It's going to make a big help. The other thing is as well, when you're out there, it's a big circuit, but you might be coming across cars, or cars will be coming across you in places that you're not quite sure of, because some might be more confident than others. So just be aware, look in your mirrors. If there's cars coming up behind you that may be quicker than you, don't worry, there's plenty of track space and width for both of you. Just simply point the other car by and get some more track to yourself. That way, you're on your own, you're running your own show, you're focused on what you're doing rather than worried about what's happening here in front and behind you. So other than the on-track activities, there's a raft of activities off the track for you to do while you're at the Bend for our N Festival. So there's plenty of things to see and to do. We'll see you there in December, and we look forward to catching up with everyone.